Welcome to Unlock Your Wellbeing, the podcast that teaches you the simple keys to health and happiness so that you can grow as a human being into a well-being. And now here's your host, author, certified wellness coach, mother and wife, Alisha Leytem. Hi friends, welcome back to another episode. Today's going to be a little bit different of a format of an episode that we've done in the past, and I'm actually really excited about this one because I think this is one that you are going to want to save and download and return to listen to regularly and often. And that's because I'm going to be starting this episode by answering a question that was submitted for our Ask Alisha segment here on the show. And then I'm going to complete this episode by doing a list of affirmations for you. And that's the part that I believe that you will want to save and return to listen regularly on repeat, because it's going to be really powerful to help you build some better resilience as you're working through some tough times. So without further ado, this episode is dedicated to basically answering this great question that was submitted to us. Here it is. She asks, tips on providing and building resilience through hard times. When the going has gotten tough, historically, I will get going. Boundaries have always been important to me. So it has made sense to just walk away and do something else in time of conflict. Now I am in a career where I do want to stay because I have been doing something that is in alignment with my values, but the daily grind of conflict makes me want to just leave it all behind and stop working altogether. I am also in constant fear of getting fired because people are getting fired and laid off frequently at my workplace. Wow. Okay. Thank you for submitting this question. And I know that others are listening to this because you might be experiencing something similar, whether that's at your work or, let's be honest, in the state of the world right now. Okay. It has been a very tough couple of years for pretty much the entire world, right? Everyone has been going through some really tough times, and we have all been really working on building our resilience, okay? And that's what I want to really highlight for you and for the person who submitted this question is understanding and remembering what exactly is resilience. And resilience is the ability to withstand stress, emotional upsets, or challenges in our life, being able to quickly recover from them, and then being able to return to a state of balance and harmony. Okay, so it's important that we are able to identify the resources that we have to lean on and acknowledge our past experiences that we've overcome, okay? And know that no matter how dark things are getting, that the sun's always going to rise again, right? It's always going to get better. And so what can you do personally to strengthen your own resilience? This is like, we all have a certain level of resilience that we are able to lean on, okay? And so acknowledge the resilience that you currently have. Like, think about any kind of tough experience that you have gone through in your life. You have overcome that because you're currently where you are right now, right? You've obviously gotten through that. And so you have some level of resilience. But what you want is to strengthen and improve that, right? Building upon that so that you can get even better, even stronger, and not just survive the tough times or the very stressful times or the uncertain times, but to thrive on it. Okay. And so there's certain types of resilience within this. There's having physical resilience, there's having mental resilience, and there's also having some spiritual resilience, right? And in some ways, some of the tips I'm going to give you are impacting all three of those areas. But what I really want you guys to focus on are, in this episode, your mental resilience, right? The thoughts that you're thinking are really going to impact your world. In fact, one of my favorite books is by my mentor, the late Wayne Dyer, called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. If you haven't read this book or heard of him before, I highly encourage you to dive into that. The book itself is actually, it's kind of like a devotional where you read one chapter a day. It's like a couple of pages, and then you lean on that, right, throughout the day. And it really helps you to begin to change your thoughts, which will then change your reality, okay? Because to be mentally resilient, we have to identify and focus on the things that help you stay grounded, centered, and optimistic, okay? And it's about you taking care of yourself so that you can be better at handling anything that life comes at you. And a lot of this begins with acceptance of where you are, and accepting all of the beautiful things that you really do have in your life. Shifting from what's not working and what is wrong, and moving that into what is working. What is going right? What if everything's working out for me? What if I'm infinitely supported and I don't have to worry? What would happen then? Right? So at its core, it's learning to be really grateful for everything that you do have in your life, because that's the ultimate goal, is to be grateful. And when you are truly grateful for everything you have in your life, you are mastering mental resilience. However, being grateful does require you to play an active role in it. Right? A lot of times people think that they're grateful just because they are, but gratitude is a practice that we have to master. It's something that you have to develop, and it's something that you have to train your mind to do and to look for, because our brains are actually trained to look for the scary things in the world and to look for what's not right. It's like a defense mechanism, right? It's a safety thing. It's a way to keep us safe. Like, oh, make sure, that the cars are driving safe on the road, or that I'm not going to touch that hot burner because I'm like looking for the things to be afraid of or to protect myself from. Okay. And so it takes extra effort to train your minds to look for things that are going well and that you're grateful for. And the more you do this, the more your brain will start to look for the things to be grateful for. Okay. So that's where I really encourage you to begin with is, okay, you have, with this question, you have defined and declared that you want to stay in this position. You identified your values. Great job on that. You know what's important to you. You know what you want. You know that this job is in alignment for that. So that's the most important thing, like knowing that first and foremost. Now from here, if that's where you want to stay and that's what you want to be doing, and you know that it's true to you, then look for the reasons and the things that are working. Okay, this doesn't mean that you're ignoring the things that aren't, but you're choosing to shift your focus onto the things that are. You're choosing to stay hopeful. You're choosing to learn from the past experiences and letting that go. You're choosing to be flexible. You're choosing to rely on your own capabilities, your own potential. You're choosing to trust yourself and trusting that staying in this role is the right thing. And so you're going to allow yourself to be grateful for all the things that you can within that. Because all you can control is your reaction and your response to it. And that's how you're going to create stronger mental resilience. And so some of my favorite ways to doing this, to build upon what I've been talking about in this episode so far, are to actually practice gratitude by creating and writing a gratitude journal. I love to do this either before I start my workday in my journal, right here at my desk actually, or at night before bed. Okay? Another thing to do is listen to affirmations. Because the more that you listen to things that will help you focus on what it is that you want to focus on, then you're reinforcing that much easier in your mind. Okay, so take note of the thoughts that you're thinking on repeat, the conversations that you're having on repeat, the types of things you're consuming, music, news, books, TV shows, etc., etc. Are they primarily negative or are they primarily positive and helping you to shift your thoughts? Even listening to podcasts, you clearly do, because you're listening to this one. That is extremely helpful for you to changing your mind and strengthening that part that you desire. So affirmations are really, really powerful to listen to at least once a day to really embed that in your subconscious. So listening to these specific affirmations that I'm going to be sharing with you here in just a second. And then you can even take these and write these down. Okay? Writing them down, allowing them to really just connect with your heart. And eventually you're going to see that the things around you aren't necessarily changing, but you're getting better at responding to them. And your ability to handle that and be in it is so much bigger. Like you're expanding your capacity to be able to move through this by taking better care of yourself. And we're taking better care of your mental health by taking care of our thoughts. And we're going to do that with these affirmations, okay? So get comfortable and let's dive into these affirmations. All you have to do is listen to them. You can repeat them in your mind after I say them or even out loud, okay? You can write them down or you can just enjoy and listen to them in the background of your commute while you're writing some emails or just sitting and meditating as you listen, okay? Here we go. I am a solutions seeker. I take life one day at a time. I am safe in my body. I am willing to be flexible and change. I am grateful. I like myself. I am enough. I am worthy. I take care of my health mentally and physically so that I can do my best work. I have faith in something greater than my fears. Everything always works out for me. The universe has my back. I am a solutions seeker. I take life one day at a time. I am safe in my body. I am willing to be flexible and change. I am grateful. I like myself. I am enough. I am worthy. I take care of my health, mentally and physically, so that I can do my best work. I have faith in something greater than my fears. Everything always works out for me. The universe has my back. Okay, you guys, congrats on listening to those affirmations. I challenge you to listen to them every day for the next 2 weeks and see what happens and changes in your emotions and in your mindset and in your life. They're very powerful. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you like this episode, please share it with a friend. If you have not yet subscribed to this podcast, please do so that you don't miss any upcoming episodes. If you have a question that you would like to ask me, you can head to the show notes or AlishaLeytem.com and submit your question for Ask Alisha. And if you have not yet signed up for our book launch list to be notified of when our first book is publishing here in a few short weeks, the book is called The 6 Gold Keys to Wellbeing, a guide to living a happy and healthy life. Head to our website, AlishaLeytem.com, to sign up to be notified of when the book has launched first. And if we are not yet connected on LinkedIn or Instagram, please connect with me over there. I'm quite active on LinkedIn as well as Instagram as well. And thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you on our next episode together. And I hope you have a really beautiful day. Namaste.